Hi everyone, and welcome to an episode of Dolly Transformations. This stuff we're doing in this video was featured in our last treasure hunt, and basically we have a bunch of clothes and a few dolls. So currently we are about to wash the clothes that I laid out for the photo, for my Flickr, and for the thumbnail of the last video, and I have to bag the sealed fashions. So that's what we're doing, and I'll show you the dolls too. This is all the stuff. Colleen has a tub for the laundry that's off camera and a tub for all the plastic stuff. 3 of these that you used to be able to get at KB Toys a long time ago. And we're gonna undress these ladies.
She has shoes, socks.
Oh, those are the original ones too. I recognize them. They're the same fabric as the ones that came with my childhood Keone. Am I dense? Yes, I am dense. It does come off. It buckles really well, so you can't. So this is first edition Raven. She does not have the best hair. And this is Mandy Moore. She actually isn't so bad looking considering the container she was in. And then this, I want to say it's Happy D. I'll correct myself if I'm wrong. And her hair is actually, for a used doll, I consider this really nice, and I think I'll be able to keep her original hairstyle intact, but just clean everything around it. And then this is Cleo. She has to get opened up, and I've got to photograph her box, because she is actually a re-release. She's not the original. So now we have to create Cleo from her cardboard and cellophane prison. Oh! Hand just came right out. Okay, that's alright. Cleo is fine. Her hand is fine. We will now reconnect her hand. Is this not like the skinkiest bathing suit ever? Hoochie poochie. There's another one.
Love it. We didn't really photograph her outfit and accessories now.
I just want to give her. So we've just recorded their body make info, and they're in my inventory now, if you can see. I just added in Cleo. She was the last one I did. So now I'm all set to go for my Flickr guide. They just need to be cleaned. Her hands are on backwards. Oh, poor Raven. You know, I'll fix that when you're dry, because my hands are slippery.
Here comes the sun. Do, 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 do. Look how cute that is.
I know.
It's like a little lemon square. I'm so glad we got this Cleo doll.
Are you sure it's not the scarab that she usually has?
Is that a scarab?
That's just a scarab. That's what she always has. It looks like a lemon though, doesn't it?
It does. I was saying, yeah. Like she's drinking lemonade on the beach. Do you want me to tell Mary Kate you found her missing ensemble? Mandy, you don't smell the greatest. No, it's like cheap hair from 100 years ago.
I know. I don't think it'll need to be flat ironed though. It's not gnarly.
I'm really surprised about how clean this stuff was though.
I know, because it didn't make the water dirty.
And, I mean, it's so old. It's from when we were growing up.
Okay, so, for me, when I want to keep a hairstyle, Happy D over here, she has a lot of, maybe it's Happy D for Happy Dolly.
Yes, she is. She's a Happy Dolly.
Okay, so she has all these, really pretty twists that I don't feel like redoing because they still look new. So I'm just going to move these out of the way and comb and condition this part of her hair. And then when I boil wash her, I'm not going to put these twists in the boil wash, just the very ends, because the boil wash water will
break the elastic.
Break the elastics, yeah, they'll pop. So just something to keep in mind. So my dear friend Raven has some glue happening. I couldn't tell when I had washed and boil washed her the first time, but now that it's dry, I can definitely feel and see the glue. I don't think she's actively leaking anymore, but there's a bunch of residue that needs to come off. So I also have Jasmine over here, who's not from this haul. She was in my glue removal tutorial video, my miracle hair treatment video, and she just needs a second round. So my OxyClean, my water in the microwave, and it's like 7:17 in the morning. I just dropped calling off at work, and it's gonna get sunny a little bit later today, so I want to have her hair all set before I put her out for this little stain removal. So I'm just gonna put some powder in. Mix it up real well. I got some feedback on this tutorial. It worked for a lot of people, but I did have someone say that it didn't help their doll a lot. I think, now for most of my dolls, I've boil washed and washed them many times, or at least once, so I think that like it's definitely recommended to give them like a regular standard hair kind of care routine. So wash, condition, and boil wash, and then see where you're at with the glue, because that will help loosen some of the glue. If you've never boil washed them before and you put them in this like basically OxyClean boil wash, you might not get like the best results the first time. So if you only want to have to do it once, I would say give them the full treatment. So these are the clothes that I've bagged and identified. These are also all identified clothes, but I should already have bags for these, so I'm going to put those away. And then the only unidentified items I have are these things right here. But that's alright, because I identified most of them, as you can see. And then I have some things that I need to get dolls for to photograph again, because I got more pieces. The sun is finally out, which means my ladies can go out for some stain removal. So, in case you're curious, Jasmine's hair is glue-free. It was so shiny before I went to comb it out. I was wondering, oh, did it not take all the glue out? But it is glue-free. This is the best she has ever looked. So she's going back on display. Raven's hair is also glue-free. It's still a teeny bit damp on this side. And I need to remove that mark right there on her, and then I noticed before I dressed Happy D that she has a stain right on her collarbone. Andy, I went to get the plastic wrap. Come on, you can't stay in there, honey. No, you have to come out, Bubba. Oh my goodness. So, we have a few bonus dolls for this video, who are actually the ones I'm using for the thumbnail. So last night we went to our annual eye doctor appointment, and every year we stop in at Savers when we go. Hey Andy! We don't live really close to Savers. This is the only one we go to, and it's only about once a year. And they had a lot of dolls, like bags and bags of them, but they were mostly like naked and kind of your generic run-of-the-mill, like newer Barbies and Mattel Disney dolls. But I did find some Bratz, and I actually knew who like all of these dolls were upon seeing them. I had like a really good hunch, and when I got home, it turns out I knew them all. I know Bratz dolls a little too well. So this 2007 costume party Chloe, and she has really, really disgusting looking hair and this like masking tape bra. Then we have Girls Really Rock Yaz, and I did get a piece of her clothing, which I'm really excited about. She has really bad hair. Race car driving Cameron from 2007. His flocking is actually in really nice shape, but he's so dirty that Colleen thought his goatee was just like crud. And then we have gold medal gymnast Sasha. And this is Alicia. This is Babysitter's Alicia. I saw her. She was the last doll I grabbed, and I was so excited because I have Lana, and this was one of the sets I always wanted when I got back into collecting and I found out it existed. I got Lana last year in the Bratz Blitz lot, and I finally have Alicia. It doesn't have her outfit, but I'm so excited. And then this is the Twilight Saga Rosalie. Colleen found her in one of the bags, and she actually has her original outfit, and she still had the elastic on her, but their clothes are just hanging out in here. while I clean the dolls. Now, like Cameron's pants, and those are like that faux leather material, so you don't want to let those kinds of things soak too long unless you're trying to peel the leather off. Now Cameron and things are like newer, so they're not peely or anything. I'm just gonna try to like clean them because these dolls were disgusting, but I don't want any of the fabric to come off. So you can wash this stuff, you just want to definitely use cold water and not let it soak for too long. Oh, and if you're wondering, these dolls were about $1.50 each because they were bagged together in bags for like $3, so 3 for 2. I'm definitely feeling glue in Rosalie's hair. It's like getting really sticky up by her roots, which I'm not surprised about because I've had this problem on a lot of my Twilight dolls. But that's okay. She can get the oxy treatment at the end. Now I'm concerned about this big blue mark on Sasha's nose. I do not know if that is a stain or if that is a mark that will come off. We will find out. Good news, the mark on Sasha was just some kind of like, I don't know, nail polish or something. The dolls from the Savers are usually always really disgusting. So, it's very satisfying seeing them clean. So, I have my first boil wash bowl going, and this is usually like what I do. I will know like ahead of time kind of who I want to boil wash with who, usually by hair type. So, all of these dolls have Saran, it's not a big deal. But like Yaz over here, she has a lot of hair, so she's gonna need her own boil wash bowl. Whereas like Chloe has less hair, but she has really disgusting ends. So I need to make sure she goes in with someone, like only one other doll, like Alicia over here. And Cameron, I washed him off camera. He has flocking back here that's in really nice condition, and if you're wondering how I washed this, I do have a tutorial on how I deep clean deep clean flocking, but his was really nice and not very dirty, so when I was shampooing him with dish soap, I just kind of lathered the back of his head and used the toothbrush to gently rub it. So I don't want to like have him soak in the hot water too long, so I'm just gonna like manually kind of hold them in for like, you know, a few seconds. And then I'm just going to kind of slick him back. So I'm just going to move these ladies aside and let them sit while I wash some of these. And then I'll get another bowl going once they're out. So that's kind of how I methodically do this when I'm cleaning dolls by myself. Status update, everyone is cleaning on the bed. I have Rosalie in the Oxy wash for the glue. And this is just my old Ever After High First Edition Cupid doll. And since I have the Oxy Clean out and I ended up using 2 boil wash bowls, I'm also going to do my Getting Fairest Raven doll's hair because you can see how gluey it is. It's like super piecey, so I'm gonna give her a quick wash while that water heats up, and then she can soak for like half an hour to an hour with these girls. So that way the pile of dolls waiting for different things on my desk will be reduced.
Today when I was at work, an eBay package arrived for me. It's this Kid Katie doll. And I actually got her for $15, which I know is probably about 3 times what she retailed for. But I don't mind. I've been trying to track this doll forever. So the story behind this particular purchase goes that 18 years ago, Shelly and I went on this Kidcore doll kick where we were like boycotting Barbies. The Kidcore character Katie became a huge part of like my life later, which is ironic because the doll we had like this was originally Shelly's. That happens a lot in this house. It kind of escaped me in one of our Christmas story videos that Shelly talked about one of the dolls that was originally mine, and people were like biting Shelly's head off for it, like, oh my god, you need to let Colleen talk about her dolls. And it's like, what are they talking about? Oh, Catherine? No, Catherine wasn't really Colleen's doll. She just happened to be the one who opened her. So it was a case like that. Like Katie was originally Shelly's doll because Shelly was the one that bought her and opened her, but at the end of the day, where it really mattered, Katie ended up being my doll. About 6 years ago, when we were getting back in, no, 7 years ago, when we were getting back into dolls, I had to throw my original Katie doll like this away because her hair got cut up to the scalp because it was frizzy. You can see in the box, this one's hair is frizzy. And she had all kinds of discoloration, like black marks, pink splotch on her hip, all kinds of marks. The doll was just in really bad shape. Everything about her was discolored, the hair was cut, so I actually had to throw her away. It wasn't like an active choice. It was like our son Jewel Kyra. We never would have thrown her away if there was like any way around it. It was just she couldn't be saved. So I've been really sad about it since. So this doll, the doll like this, was our first Katie doll that Shelly picked out. For a while, the only Katie doll. For a while, we only had two, and a huge part of our life. And later, she became like a frenemy to my favorite Katie doll. You know, when your old favorite doll is no longer the new favorite, she becomes a frenemy. Mostly, I remember her with really short hair as a frenemy, but looking at this doll now, I cannot believe how beautiful she used to be.
I kind of thought she was ugly. I don't know.
It's funny because I think she's absolutely adorable. But yeah, I've been ridiculously into Kidcore Katie since I was about like almost 14. And at the age of 31, I'm still in love with Kidcore Katie. So this is a huge deal for me, and I'm really glad I finally found her. So I'm going to open her on camera, and Shelly's going to flat iron her hair. This is just so iconic to me, and I like this line here and says about, "She has filled our hearts with joy and laughter," because that kind of sums up Kidcore Katie and like our doll games. So I actually still have my original shoes. And another interesting fun fact is we usually donate all our like Barbie-sized combs because we just had too many. But maybe people are gonna think I'm strange, but the only ones I actually kept are Kidcore Katie's. I don't know why. Those are the ones I kept. I like that it said Katie. So I actually still have my childhood doll's comb, even though I don't have the doll anymore. Smells interesting. This is only the second Kidcore Katie doll I've unboxed.
Does she smell like McDonald's French fries? That's how they used to smell.
Yeah.
That's
oh my god, she does! It reminds me of being in the car with Meme
yeah.
opening Kidcore dolls.
That brings me back.
It's kind of ironic that they smell like Kidcore fries because I remember specifically when McDonald's. I specifically remember this one time Meme said it was either she'd get us the pack of dolls or we go to McDonald's. It's kind of ironic that they smell like McDonald's.
I definitely chose the dolls.
Oh, and I still have these hair clips. I put them in Katie's hair. Not as bad as I thought looking at it in the box. It is still pretty gross. And it will need to be flat ironed just to keep it nice. But my only other Katie that I recently deboxed was, I think, from '94. I'd have to look. Hey, the elastics aren't dry rotted. But yeah, I still have my old doll's Bumblebee outfit. But it doesn't look like this anymore. It's pretty sad.
That is nice quality though. It's nicer than what they have on Barbies now.
Oh yeah, no, I always thought it was beautiful quality. It's just mine was loved to death. I mean, I remember putting on my Polly Pocket Whitney because she was a redhead like this doll.
So Colleen doesn't know I'm doing this, but I've decided that I'm gonna make Katie a little bumblebee to match her outfit. I think I want to make it into a hair clip, so it's gotta be kind of tiny because Katie's such a special doll to Colleen, so we want to make it extra special.
Hello, baby.
Look how big you've gotten.
Pretty baby.
Look how big you've gotten.
I love these bulgy little eyes. The bulgy eyes.
Little bun bun.
Her eyes are so cute.
Look at its little feet. Look at how tiny. Look how tiny. Yeah.
This is sweet to the baby bubble. Nice bunny.
In an attempt to tame some of the chaos that is this room currently, I'm going to show you guys my old dolls who happened to get things from this haul or that I like did hair treatments on. So Miss Cupid has no more glue. Neither does Ever After High Cupid. Their hair looks so nice and feels so nice and smells great. I mean, if you don't like the smell of OxyClean, then oops, sorry Katie, you wouldn't like the smell of this. Then my Pearl Beach Barbie over here, my third one, I've had her for 5 years. She finally got a swimsuit. I had a few of these tops in storage, but none of the bottoms, so she's happy. All 3 of them have outfits now. My Ocean Friends Barbie named Annie, she had an outfit, but I had to sew it up because this part had separated. So she got a better swimsuit and a fanny pack. She was the last one that didn't have a fanny pack. Then this is my first edition Mary Kate. This is the outfit that I was so excited about finding because I had her pajamas and her riding outfit already. And then this is Raven getting Fairest. She had really bad glue, and I actually had to give her 2 treatments because her hair was bad. I will say it's important, like, before you do a second treatment to let the hair fully dry, because sometimes you kind of get paranoid and think that their hair is still gluey when it's not. She has like a teeny bit of tackiness like back here still that I can feel, but for now I'm gonna leave her alone because you can't really tell unless you go hunting for it. I think it's just because she's got she had really bad hair, like really bad glue. And certain dolls you might need multiple treatments on. And then Surf City Barbie got a swimsuit. I had her top already, but she got bottoms. And then this is Blackberry Sweet Treats Barbie, and she has a full outfit, so now I just need a skirt for my doll named Raspberry, who I've actually had longer, but she's cooler, so I wanted her to have the outfit. And then that's just Jamie. She didn't get anything, but I got a variation of her nightgown, so I have to like rephotograph some stuff. Do you see this? That's disgusting. There is a bug, I think it's like a stink bug, right by my childhood beach party Chloe. Excuse me, sir. You are gonna have to relocate. This is not acceptable. Not at all. Alright, can you help me?
Yes.
I'm going to pick him up. You just hold the camera.
Listen, if he makes this room stink, I'll be mad at you.
Okay. As a vegetarian, I do not believe in killing.
I didn't say kill the bug.
Of the critters. Ew, where'd it go? Did it go behind Chloe? Oh, it did! Goodbye, sir. Alright, so we relocate the bug. I don't know, fell down somewhere, I'll find it. We relocate the bug, we did not kill the bug. Even a spider.
It depends on the size of the spider or the proximity of the spider.
I got a really bad bite one time, and that makes me really scared of spiders. So, yeah, but a little gross bug was on my Chloe doll. That's disgusting. It is now officially a week after we got the first dolls, and while they were clean the next day, there was things like Raven stain removal treatment, getting outfits together, etc. Girls Really Rock Yas got another boil wash, and then of course there was like the dolls that we got at Sabers and Katie that got added to this transformation. So that is why it took so long, because normally it wouldn't take that long for a few dolls that weren't really that dirty. So without further ado,
plus we were identifying all those clothes that we got in the bin.
Which those are on my Flickr already if you want to know what they are. And some of the dolls will probably be on Flickr too by the time this video goes up. So if you do want to see pictures of the dolls, the outfits, or whatever, just check out my albums on Flickr. They'll eventually all be on there. So this is Katie, and this is the bumblebee hair clip I made. It is ridiculous.
So cute.
And this is what her hair turned out like after I flat ironed it. What are your thoughts on Katie?
I think she is cute as a button. I'm so glad that I finally found that doll. She looks adorable.
Her shoes were sticky. If you keep dolls boxed, you should know that, especially if they have any kind of like plastic wrapping around like their accessories or their legs, that makes them decompose faster. Yes, dolls do decompose, and it makes them very sticky. And I decided, like, usually I try to soak things in like a little bit of rubbing alcohol, but it doesn't typically do much. But I decided to throw her shoes in with some OxyClean, and they're not sticky anymore. So if your doll's shoes or legs or whatever are sticky, if you put them in a little OxyClean, like what I did for their hair, it should help. It
Yeah,
probably
really
it
helps.
probably would even help greasy hair from decay. I haven't tried it yet because I haven't been in my 80s container in a while, but I will try it eventually and I'll let you guys know how it works out. Then we have Mandy Moore of her facial screening. She has a gorgeous face. She's probably the prettiest play along doll we have.
She's gorgeous.
Then we have Happy D, Diamonds and Denim. She looks pretty much the same. And then we have Cleo, who there is no difference on, but I did wash and boil wash her hair, and you can see her tinsel is fine. You just have to be careful with the tinsel. It's not really the hot water that bothers it, it's like combing it with the fine tooth comb that will tear it up. So if you're really concerned, people ask me this all the time, you just like separate out the tinsel the best you can and just try to comb around it. I'm usually too lazy for that. And then we have Raven. I do have her collar, but we're putting it away because I made her these earrings. And these little crowns were actually stud earrings. Before I made my own earrings, I came up with the idea of like buying cheap holiday packs of earrings for my brats. And these were Portia's back when they were studs, but then when I made my own, I kind of like just saved the studs and I like broke off the like post on the back because they were so brittle anyways. And then her hair is not sticky at all and her hair looks a lot nicer. And that little mark on her cheek is actually all gone. It was mostly gone after I put her out for a second time, but it was still slightly there, but it continued to remove even after I washed the stuff off. Then we have Rosalie. She doesn't really look much different because she was in pretty nice shape, but no glue in her hair anymore. Girls Really Rock Yaz looks a lot different. I made her these huge, ridiculous earrings because why not? And we found some pants and shoes to go with it.
These pieces here come off one of Meme's old necklaces or something.
It did. One of my scene dolls,
Kennedy?
Rebel Style Kennedy, she's wearing ones like that. And then that's the back of her hair. I love her highlights.
She's so pretty.
And then we have gold medal gymnast Sasha. She also has earrings. That's what her hair looks like. And then this is costume party Chloe's hair. Her ringlets are super nice. And she looks adorable. She was pretty haggard.
She looks a lot better.
Yeah, and I do want to say that like I have a tutorial on how I deal with curly hair, like restore it on like saran and nylon hair dolls, and this is an example of like how that technique works with saran hair. So I literally just dunked her in the boil wash and like scrunched her hair up, and then after I just used the comb to like break apart the top of her hair, but I left the bottom untouched and it kept the ringlets. And then this is Cameron. He looks really cute, and I already had his shoes. I had to take them off of football Cameron. Over there. He's wearing different shoes now. And then we have little Alicia, who's adorable, and I made her earrings too. And that's her hair. I had to take out her original style because it was coming out, and they were pretty raunchy. So they're so cute. We love them all so much. I hope you guys enjoyed, and until next time, love your dolls, love yourself, and love your life.